good? Happy Saturday morning. Jeff here. It's kind of quiet in the morning sometimes like it is, and so people are still in bed. Got some coffee. I figure I might do a video. I know I'm probably going to end up doing another one today because according to the tracking, my Metalhead box will be here today. So I will probably end up doing a video for that a little later. But I do have a handful of things that came in. I'm just going to show a few at this point because they're kind of related. This week, finally, I had ordered these a couple weeks ago. And I got this again. So different kind of truth, Van Halen. Now, if you noticed this video that I did a couple months ago where I got one of these and it was damaged and I had to take it back, well, I finally tracked one down online and so I was able to get it. Let me just show you that video real quick. Now, I pulled it out, put it on the turntable, turned the turntable on. I said, what the heck is that? I kept noticing as it's going around something. And then I stopped it and I said, I don't know if you can see this. You know what? I can put it like this, you will. See that? There's a notch out of the side. There's really no lead in. You have to basically start it in the middle of the song, or start it in the song. So yeah, the store that I got it from, so it turns out he's like, doesn't seem like my supplier is able to get any more. They weren't on the order list for quite a while. So then I tracked one down, and the place online that I would normally go to get one, they didn't have them, out of stock, out of stock, out of stock, and then all of a sudden, I guess they came back in stock because all of a sudden, boom, they came online. I saw it, I pounced, I bought it. So then I notified my local store. I'm like, hey, by the way, don't worry about trying to track down that Van Halen album because I went ahead and found one online again, so we don't have to track it down. He says, oh, I just got 2 of them in. So I went on into the store, even though I knew this one was on order. I wanted to get the Pantera album that I showed because he'd also gotten that in. And there was a guy in the store at the time I was there carrying this around. Now, he did have 2. But, I mean, I was there, and this guy walked in and bought one. But, yeah, so if you're not familiar with this, it is one of the unofficial releases. And it is on red. And everything, you know, pretty much is meant to look like an official release, of course. But here's the big crime. I think I might have showed this in my last video. Here's the big crime. This is the insert, the inner sleeve. All right. All looks fine, right? Except for this is way the wrong time error. But then you know, this is the real crime. You know, seriously, put Michael Anthony on an album when all the turmoil was going on with, you know, this. Anyway, the album itself, you know, looks good, sounds great. Sounds great. I mean, I don't obviously have an official release to know what the difference in sound is, but I'm more than happy. Now, this does complete the. This is the first one I got. I showed videos ago. These are all the ones, I guess, the unofficial releases. It probably came out from the same company. And that was in a sealed package. Anyway, that I believe is also in red. And the balance, I believe, was on the orange. Yeah. So, and then 3. This is a double record set. I believe this one was also on red. Yeah. This one sounds really good. Now, you know, it could have just been revisiting it on vinyl, but yeah, sound quality wise, I mean, again, I don't have official releases of these, so I don't know are the pressings good or bad, but the pressings sound great. They sound warm. They sound better than the digital CD versions that I've heard. I mean, it could just be the vinyl thing, the placebo effect. I don't know. But while I was ordering that, went ahead and picked up the absolute best, most phenomenal Mötley Crüe album ever. Right? Just joking. Most people don't like this album. I don't hate the album. You know, this is coming off of the John Corabi years. This is the album that should have been the next one with John Corabi. The album supposedly was written with him and his vocal stylings in mind. The songs have a little more of an alternative feel. Vince steps in and puts his vocals down to it. A lot of people hate that the way it sounds. Honestly, it's I don't find it horrible. I remember when it first came out, I was just excited to have something with Vince again. Now, I did find that the music wasn't anything like they left us when Vince left, you know, as far as that style. I knew that there was a style change, but didn't know all the back and forth between, you know, who wrote what for what album, for what singer, blah, blah, blah. So we just accepted it. I just accepted it as It's a different Crüe album. It's kind of the next step after the self-titled with John Corabi, and it's just different. I gave it a spin again. You know, this is a also a double record set. It's on red also, and you know, it's not horrible. It's obviously it's not going to be a high-ranking album in the Mötley Crüe collection for me, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So I do want to go back. I mean, I don't have the self-titled John Corabi, and I know there is an unofficial release. This, I believe, yeah, this is also, I believe, unofficial. There is an unofficial release of that that's floating around, a double record, yellow vinyl with a picture of Vince Neil on it, I believe is on the back. Really cute. And the store that I go to does have that, but I just haven't pulled the trigger because it's like $50. But I went ahead and grabbed this, and then this, I believe it's not. I guess this is debatable as to whether this is unofficial. Heaven and Hell, Neon Nights, Live at Wacken. It's got the color vinyl sticker on it, which to me always appears on those unofficial releases, but it's listed as being back on black. And again, I know I've raised questions recently on the back in black. Somebody back on black, people are saying that sometimes it's a question as to whether they're official, if that label's official. So I don't know. All I know is that they had this. They even have this at my local store, and I got it. Again, it's like red must be. They must have an overwhelming amount of red. Got an insert there with the. I assume these are lyrics because yeah, not that we don't know all of these songs. And of course, if you're not familiar, of course, Heaven and Hell is Black Sabbath with Ronnie James Dio, but not called Black Sabbath. So they go back and they're playing all of, you know, the classic Black Sabbath stuff with Dio, and it is just, I mean, I know his recording sounds great, the pressing sounds great, it sounds warm, it sounds wonderful. I'm not complaining. Yeah, but that's it. Just wanted to show those. Those are basically my little order of unofficial releases that came out. They sound great to me, and I'm glad to have them for now until something official may come out. That's all for now, though. Thanks for watching. I'll be back. Unless the mailman really lets me down, I'll be back later. Rock on and rock hard.